Hey guys, we're back for the next part of the show tonight, and we're gonna find out what this big blob is.
Yeah, you kind of know it is the get home. It is the creatures. Okay, so they're called the get home. They're native, quote unquote. They're sort of maybe engineered to do one thing and have evolved in the sewer subsections of the city here you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they had been fighting in the pit, and people were clearly betting on them. So they were like essentially roped in and were some sort of amusement, and there were two of them at least fighting below. It just happens that after the explosion, part of the enclosure collapsed on the other side, and one of them is climbing out. Um, it looks panicked, enraged. It looks like it isn't thinking clearly. It's away from you guys, and there's plenty of other people around on the other side. Um, well, I'll go over again what you know about it. It is a pack animal in the quote unquote wild. It hunts in sewer packs. It's got razor sharp teeth. Its skin you would know is like acidic, or it like exudes like it's slime that it uses to like sort of ease its passage is caustic to the touch. Um, and one of them is crawling out. It's about 5 or 6 feet long. I think I said more. This was like a bigger one. This was 7 feet, like 300 pounds. Fins, like it's got it's got like talent, like two big arms to pull it along. It's got a third like arm, like appendage that you can see like grasping and waving about. It clearly would be useful to grab onto things to help propel it along in a sewer type environment, something that's more enclosed than this. It's clearly out of its element right now, and it's crawling out of the structure over there. Um, there's a group of people, um, call them maybe two or three that were maybe mildly injured or stunned, that are on this side. There was maybe about 30 originally. There's still a couple people over here. Uh, One guy sort of dodges out of the way as this thing starts to climb up. Um, but yeah, that's just something of the environment right now. It's not it's not part of combat. It's not engaging with you right now. It's everybody's focused on their own little world. The creature there included. So, uh, Varlo, what you noticed, before you or while you were away, but what you in character noticed was that after Selphie was stabilized, sort of knit back together from the inside out by Atlas. He is armless. His arm ends. It's got a weird fleshy enclosure that sort of like is partially aided by something Atlas applied to it, to help it, but also looks like thin new skin over his arm. So that staunches the bleeding that was happening from his arm, and he looks like he's going to be okay for now. But you're all not going to be okay. Well, you're not under threat right now. You're all okay. But Maximus had knelt down to lift up Selphie again and couldn't. His leg gave out basically, and
All
so
right.
you're all hunkered down there. Two of you are unconscious. Carmela, what are you guys gonna do?
How big is Selfie, by the way?
Selfie?
Shoot, he's a big dude. But what did I write down in my thing for the height? This is taking
I
too
don't.
long. He's at around 6 foot.
Yeah, like I called
Six-ish
6 foot,
burly
six
dude.
foot 180, something like that. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. So I sort of see Maximus struggle, and I like go for one of his shoulders, or one of Selfie's shoulders, and I look to Varlo and say, "Get the other one, Maximus. Don't hurt
I,
yourself."
I just put my mag pistol away and I draw my spike thrower. Now I got two hands.
Yeah.
Oh.
I go over to like Carmela and like I try to lift her, but I'm
No,
Barlow.
Carmela is lifted in the air by telekinesis.
Oh.
I need your help with Sophie, so it's teamwork.
Oh, okay.
Just switch them. Then you can like lift Selfie with telekinesis, and Kamara's lighter, right?
Yeah, but that requires me to
Spend
take down
effort.
telekinesis and spend more effort, which I really don't want to do right now.
Okay, yeah. If that's the case, I'll like come over and do that thing where like you're helping somebody move something heavy. You're not really taking the weight. You're just kind of there holding onto it.
In your voice, you say either you help me or I leave you behind.
It's not like I don't want to help you. It's just I'm small.
I'm Schmore.
So yeah, the two of you reach down and hoist hoist Selfie up, and I guess Barlow, you're basically committed to holding him up, and basically just Atlas has got some of his weight from his good arm side, and he's just taking it, but you're kind of like balancing his body against you.
The whole time I'm making like measurements of his nub. I've got plans for you, Selfie.
Get out of here. Yeah, so Jorans is toast. We can get rid of the token. GG Jorans.
R.I.P. Sleazy softcore porn guy.
A view screen will forever be playing softcore porn.
He died so
on the ship.
unhappy when he realized what you guys were transporting late in the process. He was just like, wait, this whole time? Yeah, so what do you
Let's get back to our vessel. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. We're just getting out.
Yeah, you guys tell me what you're gonna do. So you're just gonna walk out?
I think
We're gonna try to make our way out. Yeah, like, I'm sure there's a bunch of other people trying to get the fuck out of here too. Let's just like lose ourselves in that crowd and get out.
If anybody tries to stop us, I introduce them to the other end of my spike thrower.
So yeah, you see most of the crowd had been in this area, and they're all like bolting for the exits and lining up now, pushing through one another to go up the stairs here. This way, there's a lot of rubble, and the way you're carrying something, it's going to be a little bit tough to get somebody out this way. So you can either follow the crowd that goes up into the main building, or try and negotiate the rubble to get down this way.
I want to kind of negotiate the rubble because it's the fastest route to our vehicle. It's the way we came in from, and we're parked in that alleyway right outside.
Yep. Cool. So let's get a check, and this is going to be of Atlas helping Varlo, I think, or Varlo helping Atlas. You guys decide what you want to do, but you want to roll an exert check. Exert skill.
Shit. Okay.
And this is to determine how long or how difficult it is going to be to hoist Selfie out of there.
Do you want
I
me
got
to
a
roll it?
-1 on that one. I'll help you.
Dude, same. So
Oh, okay. Well, I
So you
guess it
kind of
doesn't matter.
described it, but like, what does it look like as you scramble? So who's helping whom?
I would imagine Varlo's helping, and I'm actually doing the lifting.
So what does it look like as Varlo, the little engineer, the little technician is negotiating like concrete blocks and like sharp metal steel, like rebar and other things like
Yeah, it's like a mass of
debris.
just debris and wreckage, right? So I'm looking for like the softest structural point in it, the point that has like either a gap or like the Jenga block that I can pull out that'll cause it to either further collapse and create an opening, or like maybe point Atlas in the way that it might be like the thinnest place where we can force through without it causing the whole thing to destabilize.
Yeah, and you can climb over it, but yeah, you do see like you look through and your math brain goes, and you can see some like roll me your exert check.
Modify, what is it? Plus.
No. I want Varlo just to roll one.
Okay.
Get a 7 to be a help.
What stat am I using on this? Let's see. Probably int.
Actually, no. So not exert. So you're looking. You're trying to decipher your way through this. So roll me a notice check.
Cool.
I believe.
Notice. There we go. Oop. Modifier.
Ooh.
Nope.
Yeah, no. So
That is rocket
like,
steel.
You start playing Tetris, and you can see a stair, like you can see stairs sort of like in your mind's eye, or like climb that way. But you realize that the climbing would only lead you up sort of a newly created hole in the ceiling, and you could go up that way. Um, so you could get help going up that way, basically, Atlas. But otherwise, going the direction you want, Barlow doesn't have much idea. He's just taking all his energy to hold up Selfie.
All right. In that case, I am going to like since he's not helping me, I'm just gonna sigh and I'm going to use another. I'm gonna commit effort to the scene to use telekinetic manipulation. And since I'm level 2, the psychic can lift or manipulate up to 400 kilograms and blast a human-sized sized hole in a structure of light wooden construction or lighter as a main action. And I assume because this is rubble, I should be able to push through that.
Yeah. So you're basically able to clear the path for Barlow using that. How much effort do you have left?
I have 3 left.
Okay. Good.
Oh,
A lot of it's committed to the scene, so you should be okay once you get a moment to catch yourself.
No, a lot of it's committed to the day.
Oh, really? Okay. So
Yeah.
you commit to the scene, and yeah, so you notice. Roll me your. You don't have to roll anything for that. Yeah. So you see. It said wooden. Yeah. So there's probably ductwork, like I was talking about. It's not directly to the south of you. Like I said, it's in this area. But you see, if you could blow this away and blow the ductwork, kind of goes off into the arena area, the little pit dug area, that you could create a path, and you could see a path that would go like this, and then you could start to make your way down this way. This way, Maximus by amazing strength was able to hoist Selfie up and climb over everything, but now that you've got a telekinetically levitated body, plus Varlo's the one helping, and a gimpy Maximus, that it's just easier to go around rather than the other thing you could do. You don't have to do that. You could take back your effort, but you guys could. One of you climb over this bit of rubble, this concrete structure, guide Selfie over, and all climb over on the other side. Slide him down this big slab of concrete, basically. But it's gonna just take longer. So those are your 2 options.
I look to our leader Maximus.
I'm not going for the option that takes longer.
Okay. Well, then we go the quicker option then.
Cool. Yeah. So you unleash some telekinetic force, and a bunch of the ductwork sort of blows back into the ceiling and somewhere else, and a lot of it goes down in here. You hear screams across the way as you're kind of unleashing this, and you can see that this creature has grabbed an arm on one of the people, and the person gets out, but his leg is steaming in acid, and he's screaming and limping along, and these other people are trapped and cowering, and one's looking over the enclosure down where you can't really see right now at the moment, and looking at his options basically. But yeah, so you do that, you clear a path. There's a small tunnel created where you can get through and then get out into open air over here. So the main blast area is this basically. But yeah, you can go this way. You think you could probably head this way and then head south and probably have clear passage. So you take it?
Take it.
Cool.
Let's do it. Sounds good.
Yeah. You make your way, and I need I need. What did I roll? You guys make it out to. Can you guys move your tokens? Move them over to here. Max or Selfie, I got you. Atlas, there you go. Cool. So you're all in that area and gathering yourselves, or rather, starting to make your way. Look down to the south, and you can see the door, which is kind of unhinged in the back here, get pushed open down this way, down over here, the door you came in, and a large, what was it? A drone like stands there and like stomps in. It was, as a reminder, it was a stalker drone. It was a two-legged walker. It's got military grade fitting, has a laser rifle and some sort of scanner apparatus on it. And as it sort of walks in, one of the Inquisitors walks in through the back door. And he's just negotiating in and coming in and surveying the scene. So nothing's happened yet. What do you guys do?
Continue to try and find a way out.
Yeah, do you want to go towards the Inquisitor now, or do you want to go up and away?
What? I mean, you said shortest path, right? So we go shortest
Yeah.
path.
Yeah, we go shortest path.
But we've spotted the Inquisitor at this point.
Yeah, you can see. First, you mainly see his drone, but as you're sort of walking down, so you're coming through some more rubble. You're walking through it. It's not impassable. But as you walk, you can see in front of or behind the drone start to come and frame in the doorway the Inquisitor.
I'm still
there.
covered in like dust and like everything, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put like my coat up and like try and just like make myself look as like not distinguishable as myself as possible. And just try to use the dirt to make that more so as I spot him, but otherwise follow the rest of them.
So are you going to try and hide yourself or disguise yourself from this Inquisitor?
Yeah.
Cool. So Varlo like crouches down, maybe lets out a like, "Oh, please help me," and starts to make his way forward, right? Like, roll me a deception check. Some sort of, you want to hide yourself. The check would be sneak. Roll me sneak. And you can use it, you can tell me a different stat you want to use it with. It would be, you could do charisma. You could do, if you want to describe it, so I'm going to make you, so the Inquisitor's surveying the scene and wants to see what's going on, is taking note of things. If you want to hide yourself or want to avoid notice, tell me what skill you want to use. And if it's sneak, which would also be like just disguising yourself or doing something like that, what does that do that would use your skill in the best way you would like?
I don't have time to do anything overly elaborate, and our big priority is just getting out here. So sneak sounds fine to me. I think I would just kind of rely on the dust and debris that's like coating me at the moment to lend it a factor. Kind of tussle up my hair a bit, like strip off my lab coat and maybe tie it around Selfie's like nub to kind of like make a faux bandage and be like a little bit less like recognizable on myself.
Cool. Yeah, and there's also like, for you and your compatriots, there's also things like, oh my god, they went that way. You know, you could do the whole like, they went that away. There's other things sneak that covers, you know what I mean? It's being sneaky.
I think I'm just gonna look real panicked, but I don't want to say anything to draw his gaze my way.
Okay, so you're disguising yourself. I'll let you roll wisdom for that.
Okay.
You're disguising yourself and Selfie.
Sneak. I just gotta change it in there.
Varlo, you can help, or excuse me, Atlas, you can help him. And the way you can help him seeing this Inquisitor is how you disguise yourself.
Oh, I don't know if I can help him.
I don't know if you would even know to help me because I kind of.
Yeah, because he's never told me anything about his past with the Inquisition. So.
Well, and right.
I've only really mentioned that I'm kind of wanted on this planet. That's about it.
Yeah, but he's never said like.
So Varlo, you're trying to personally avoid notice, not You're not trying to help the party get out and escape notice.
I think we're heading in a way that we're gonna enter this person's gaze regardless. So trying to like be unseen is useless. I just want it to be like if he looks at me, I don't want him to think that is Varlo dying.
Okay. Make your roll.
Nope, not good. Okay.
Let me see what the Inquisitor's roll is gonna be.
Hey, Selfie, you got any more of that blood you could just coat me in? I gotta look real.
I need my blood.
So he's doing a notice check. Yeah, he beat you on that. So yeah, he notices you. And then more importantly, he looks over at Max and points the drone that way. He's not saying like attack. He just points and the drone turns. Are you guys gonna keep walking towards him?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So
No,
you guys.
I like flick away my burnout cigarette and I light up another one.
Yeah, you
This is
guys.
going to be. This is bad. We should.
Shut up.
Yeah. So
Don't do
there's.
that.
There's a moment. So the drone, the Inquisitor sees you going out, and goes to stop you. Says, "What the hell happened here?" And then he's looking at Maximus for some reason, but then looks over at Varlo, and gives you a questioning glare. But then looks back at Maximus.
Yeah, I'll speak. Bomb went off. Someone brought in a bunch of people. One of them exploded. Chaos in there.
I see. Looks like you all need some medical attention.
Why we're leaving? My friend here lost his arm. Did you
I
have any
must
other
insist.
questions?
The priesthood, the Raja, can provide you the best possible medical care. I insist. The drone will secure the area. And like there's like boop boop, and then like the drone goes into like search and defend mode, and like posts up here.
Is there anyone else around?
Just fleeing people at the moment.
I shoot him.
Oh shit. So I need.
Quick question here, Jimmy. If I just cap him instantly and just blow his head off, would anybody ever know?
There's chaos elsewhere in the room. There's.
That was as good as time as any.
Seriously,
There's-
if there was ever a good time to blow the head off.
So here's a reminder. Here's a reminder.
Yeah.
There are 3 Inquisitors that you were talked to, and there was a couple security guards. They looked basic, but there were 3 Inquisitors. There was the Vestark, there was this one, and there was one other. They ended up back at this establishment, even though you sent them elsewhere on a message that they found credible. They still ended up here. You don't know why they're here or how they're here. He has a military-grade drone that's gone into search and defend mode, like defend for a retreat. And he's
does it
clearly
ever,
the
like,
operator of it. He's clearly the operator of it.
Does
So
it ever like leave our vicinity?
We don't know
No,
where the
it-
other 2 are, so for all we know, if we can get through him, we might be able to buy enough time to get the fuck out of
Wait,
here.
do I recognize this guy? Was this one of the ones I talked to before?
Yeah,
yes, you recognize him.
it wasn't like the main dude that you were talking to. He was like one of the side people. There was also like a female-looking one that was completely covered up.
Yes, a female-looking one
our
that
story
like,
ain't. Our story ain't gonna fucking hold water if these guys take us in.
Our story is gonna hold water, period, if under any scrutiny at this point. So
No, I shoot him.
Do it, dude.
Yeah.
okay.
As soon as like his back's turned to me, I just raise the fucking
So
spike
his
turret
back's
back
not.
his head.
Why don't we find out if his back gets turned to you?
Well, if he like shifts his attention at all, I'm gonna.
Right. I want you. We're gonna do
Yeah, you're looking for the
like,
opening.
an opposed
Yeah.
skill check to figure out if you catch him off guard. Tell me what you want to roll. You can be. So this is not about your shoot. This is about your.
Could I argue that the moment that he looked at me with like a raised eyebrow expression would buy him a window to shoot him?
I guess I waited for after that.
Maximus,
Yeah.
do
Yeah, he
you
went back
say
to you.
anything in our telepathic stuff?
Yeah, because you have a moment.
Yeah, I just say he has to die.
Okay, the minute you say that, I use suppress cognition and I suppress our I suppress our presence.
What do you mean?
I use suppress cognition. Whether that's the presence of the telepath, or any single potential action or one specific person. So I suppress, like, Maximus, you disappear from his thought. Like you're gone. So I'm giving you the advantage.
Yeah, so that's good. So I'm gonna make. So let me look up suppress cognition real quick, just so I can get it clear.
I can read it to you.
No. I want to read it. So through intense focus, the telepath can make the target of telepathic content simply not think about something, whether that's the presence of the telepath, the possibility of committing violence, the absence of important documentation. This is what you did to those border guards, basically.
Yeah.
Commit effort for the scene. Target gets a mental saving throw to resist this power and become immune to it for the scene. If failed, the thought remains unthinkable for the rest of the scene. Presence of the telepath. Yeah, so if it's the presence of the telepath, I definitely think you can make him overlook somebody else.
Yeah, or other single potential. Yeah, single person. So I make him not.
So I'm gonna give you this.
Mhm.
You've seen him operate a drone, and the drone is not affected by this ability. Just so you know.
That's fine because I have another way to deal with the drone.
Okay.
I am also
So-
good when it comes to the machines.
He gets
Yes.
a mental saving throw. His mental save is 14. Let's see what that roll is. D20. Just flat D20.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, so you see in an instant, you hear. What would you say, Max? Like, we need to end him.
I just say he has to die.
He has to die.
Yeah.
And you flash your ability. There's a moment of like blink, and he looks at the drone and says, looking like at the party now, because he was talking to Max, but now he's like not talking to him. So he sort of says of the air, says, "You're needed for questioning," and he sort of goes like that, and then directs the drone, starts to like do some operations to like give instructions to the drone, and the drone starts to like get out of its defensive pose and begins to like start to move forward. But this is all happening in an instant. So you see him look past you all of a sudden, Maximus, and like say like, "You're needed for questioning," and just waves.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So we
Go
Oh.
ahead.
no, I was gonna say, like, all you hear in your voice is he can't see you.
Yeah, I just get behind him, line up my shot, and I like center a mass right at the heart, and I burst fire my spike thrower.
Fucking god, you monster!
Yeah, your mag pistol.
My spike thrower.
Your spike thrower.
Oh, so you pull it out.
I've
Yeah,
had
that's-
it out.
He's had it
Yeah.
out because he wasn't carrying.
Oh,
it.
because he had a
Yeah,
second arm.
as soon
That's
as I
right.
had 2 arms ready, I was out. Yeah.
Make me a roll.
Shoot him. Oh,
That's a hit. Roll me some. It's 16 damage.
Oh,
that's a lot of damage.
that's a
That's
big
kinda-
that's a
that's
big
below
hit
average.
too.
And this is
Well,
for
that's actually
his.
a little bit above average.
So let's see what his HP is.
Do you-
This would kill me twice.
Bad rolls. Could have lived. What does it look like when you execute an Inquisitor?
All right, yeah. So yeah, he like looks away, and then Maximus just gets a grin, and he takes a big drag on his cigarette, stands behind him, puts the spike thrower up to like the middle of his back between his shoulder blades, and then he just pulls the trigger 3 times, and his body just flies apart.
Yeah, yeah.
Flechettes just rip him to pieces.
Slugs, supersonically like charged slugs, power into him, and he flies apart. There's a moment. Actually, I have to look up one thing. He's definitely not conscious, but let me look up one thing.
As soon as his corpse hits the ground, Jimmy, if he's like downed, Varlo like is gonna leap into a thing.
Yeah, that's. I know you want that drone. That's fine.
No, it's not the drone. It's not the drone.
Away from the party.
And give me just 1 second. They are special folk, so.
I'm gonna ignore the drone for a second, guys. I gotta do something real quick.
What are you gonna fucking? Oh my god.
Trust. If this goes well.
Nope, nothing. Good thing you shot him. I'll say that much. Good thing you shot him.
There's nothing left of him.
No, and actually, you can see that, like, yeah, no, you shoot him. The drone reacts. It was in a defensive posture, so it like seems to momentarily react to. Oh god, that's a good question. If it was what? No, so I said that he was like proceed, and he took it out of its defensive posture to make it walk. So its most recent instructions were to move and look for hostiles. So I need you guys to figure out, because it's still got instructions, despite its drone controller being dead. What do we do with this? Yeah, so I think the drone would target you. Being that it was said there was hostiles in the area.
You said search and defend. That's what I figured would
Right.
happen.
So you shoot it. It has a limited capability to execute its orders now that its controller is dead. But its last was look for hostiles. And a gun just went off. So it's going to turn back and its gun goes up. It doesn't fire. It says, Alt, identify yourself. Like,
Santa
weapon
Claus!
weapon identified. Do you want to do anything quickly, Varlo, anybody, to...
Look, I've already done my action. If we're going by scene,
Yeah,
like,
this
I'm
isn't
done.
Max. So Max takes his shot. The drone turns and says, hostile activity detected. And it's like right... It's right fucking here, so...
I am like hunched over the mess that was this Inquisitor right now, and I am just like, I'm looking for any kind of like cybernetic modifications or enhancements that I can modify. I'm looking for a way to leave something on here because I know the other Inquisitors are going to check out this body and be like, what the fuck happened here? And I am looking to plant some fake shit on this guy, like in the moment. I don't care what's happening around me. I have to like.
Arlo, get the drone! We're like pointing guns at each other.
Okay, you're gonna get a moment, Varlo, because I'm gonna tell you more than you would have taken in already, so it's not gonna take this moment of action that you have. You've recognized that these Inquisitors are clearly decked out, and you know they'd have to be decked out in cyberware. In particular, their suits that they seem to be wearing that grow into their body seem to be some sort of dermal armor.
Okay.
That would have helped them if there had been some sort of melee attack. It ups their toughness in taking hits, not something like that from a spike thrower, but it makes them tough. You've also seen a couple of these Inquisitors do different things. This one in particular was piloting a drone, and it wasn't doing it with a handheld. It was doing it
Cognitively, like through its.
Yes. So clearly his cognition was linked to the drone, or is able to be linked to it. But So, it's a neural link. It's something that happens internally. It's not necessarily something that you can hack. So you know that. What are you going to do right now?
Okay, that changes things a bit because I was hoping he had some kind of like specifically I was looking for something a little bit more ocular in nature. I'm gonna see if I can. Fuck. Okay, never mind. I'll worry about this later. Let's see what the drone. The drone perceives Maximus as a threat, right? Like he's the one that fired the shot.
Went off. It doesn't. The drone doesn't like look at its pilot and be like, no. It just goes hostile action detected, and points its laser rifle mount at and turns like its half torso at Maximus.
I'm gonna get as close to this thing as I can, and I'm gonna try and see if I can.
How do you do it? Because we're at the front. Maximus came forward and shot this dude from behind, so you're right there too.
Yeah. I'm gonna go like up around like towards Atlas to try to get to this thing's other side, like opposite Atlas or opposite of Maximus.
Roll me roll me that damn sneak roll.
You want to be in my line of fire?
Well, like you're gonna have to shoot through it to hit me, but.
Okay.
Nope, I'm not sneaky. I'm not. This is not what I'm good at.
You go to
It's
move.
like, oh god! Oh
you
jeez!
can
Oh
see
my!
its targeting signature go to you, and it points.
Oh god. Okay. It has to identify itself, right?
And it does not. It did not. And we need to go into initiative order.
Okay.
Ah shit. Okay. Well, this isn't good.
So it is. Let me draw a shape.
Hey, pretty good.
Fucking stalker drones. Yep. I'm going to give it a -1 on its initiative because it does not have a drone controller. It's executing prior orders. It's a 4. Lucky.
My God, guys.
Anybody else? I'm going to add theirs.
Should I even roll?
Was that it? It's just you two, I guess. Yeah.
It's just us three.
Okay.
Can you add me to the initiative? By the way, it didn't add me for some reason.
You should be able to
Oh,
like
isn't
click
it?
on your icon. And...
Doesn't have a token.
Atlas.
You should have a token.
Yeah, I don't.
Hold on, let me see if this works.
Oh, you might be behind.
There we go. All right, so I just put in what I rolled.
Yeah, roll. Change to 5, and let me There we go. Max, this thing, like, it's got a yellow light in its eye, and it blinks red as it sees like Barlow, like you try to dart left, and it like goes, and it's like hostile activity detected, and it turns red, and you shoot it. Go ahead.
Alright. Fuck you.
Don't destroy its central process. Oh no!
22 is a hit. 16 damage. I give you so much leeway.
Is that
I
the
was
same
man,
roll you
maybe,
made
let me make sure
last
the
time?
situation's exactly like fair, and I'm like, I shouldn't do it anymore. Okay. Yes.
I love
Tell
this
us
scene where
how
it's just
your
like,
spike throw, after you fire it, it turns like hostile activity detected. It doesn't have its controller anymore because its head's the dude's head's blown off. You point at the stalker drone, and you fire, and what happens to it?
I
Barlow's
just
like,
shoot it and it fucking explodes like it's just a burst of fire.
Yeah,
and
you
it
hit
blows
its power core. You hit its power core, and it literally explodes. It blows backwards and just like becomes part of the rubble over yonder.
He hits the blinky like weak point that the video game tells him where to hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
Maximus starts take another drag and starts reloading and says, "Let's fucking go!"
Yeah, so you're out of combat. That was quick. I didn't want to
fuck.
fight that anyway.
So there's nothing left I can like hack into on this thing either, right?
No, it's obliterated.
Fucking. Okay, fine.
I mean, not saying
Go,
that you
let's
can't like buy it better. Like you could. So.
I don't want to use it for parts. I want to leave something in here. I'm looking to plant some shit.
You could do that anywhere. It doesn't have to be in the damn drone.
No, it needs to be in the drone for like extra credibility.
Okay, well,
I'm,
there's-
like trying
there's
to
a-
plant like a memory into this thing.
Okay, there's a burnt hulk of a drone leaning against a piece of concrete, not too far from where Jorn's body is. Yeah. What do you want to do?
We fucking leave.
They're leaving real quick. It's like it's sloppy. It is like crude. It is really easy to determine because I figure Inquisitors are going to do some investigating. I want them to investigate this, and I want them to see this is abnormal. Let me check this out. And all I'm doing is plastering that picture of me in the bar, that selfie that I took, that picture at the beginning of me here. I'm putting it in everything. I'm putting it fucking everywhere. Like any network, anything that I could tap into. If it's just a droid, fine, just a droid. And underneath, I'm signing with love from Briggs University, Employee of the Month, Varlo Dine.
Okay, you do that.
Get the
No
fuck
roll.
out of here, boys. Let's go.
Is there
Okay,
anything
so
I could like immediate? Does the Inquisitor have like any weapons that are of note that could grab off his body before we run?
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you. So Varlo's doing this. So there's the Inquisitor. As you guys were walking, you didn't look for Vinny's body. Vinny's body's around.
Yeah, I didn't look for videos.
Fuck Vinny.
The Inquisitor had a. Ooh. No, he did not carry a weapon. His weapon was the drone. This one did not. So,
Did he have any
had-
kind of important tech on him I could grab?
make me a check.
I'll make a notice. Skills. Let's continue while we use this shit. Notice. 8.
Yeah, you notice on his shattered corpse. You notice he's got a tattoo on his arm of a small flower, or a lotus, a white lotus flower. You see his armor broken and shattered now. Indeed, was his skin. It was growing into his skin. It seemed like it could be possible to take it off, but probably didn't happen. And the longer that it was on there to grow, the stronger it got. You can see various implant nodes, places where cybernetic work had been done on his skull. Other things that he had. Otherwise, he was unadorned. He had nothing on him. He technically wasn't wearing clothes. Like,
Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah. I'll leave him.
everything he had was up here and over in that robot, and both things are destroyed right now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And like I said, so you guys, as you're like doing some quote unquote graffiti, you can notice the slug-like beast swatting harmlessly in a rage at these a crowd of people that were kind of trapped on the other side of it. They're still screaming and people going up the stairwell. And I'm deleting them not because they died, but because this thing in its frenzy and its awkward surroundings is missing everything. And so these people, unarmored that they are, like sneak by basically, yelling for help. And this thing like turns, and the last one that I can't seem to select isn't there, but like turns and like starts to tail it, but isn't very fast in this environment. So And it looks injured, by the way, now that you guys have a chance. Yeah, you can blow this popsicle stand. But at this point, as Varlo, you're finishing up your work, there's a shout. There's been screaming, but it's sort of like dimmed. There's been alarms going off this whole time, smoldering. There's no fires that were started. You can see a couple security guards coming down to assess the situation. One's a normal-looking dude, dressed in like one of those like checkered suits. It's a little too small for him. Doesn't quite fit. He's got greased back hair. He's got a what does he have on him? He has a what looks like a little hand axe-y thing that he's got, like, that is out, but you can see that it's in some sort of energy blade weapon. He's wielding it like a billy club kind of baton, knocking people out of the way, but it flashes with energy occasionally. And there's another dude, a very large human. You guys might have remembered that when you first came in and Vinny's cadre appeared, this dude was there too. He stayed on the stairs, and after the explosion went back upstairs. And now he's coming back down. He is huge. He has one very large bionic arm, full robot, mecha warrior type thing. And he takes that arm and looks around the room and points to the people going out the back door, which is you guys. And actually need to make a roll to see what they think of the situation. He points, but it might not be that bad for you.
Don't worry, Selfie. I'll make you one that looks even better than his.
How they react.
That's right. Exactly.
So
Flamethrowers,
Varlo,
yes.
you're the furthest in doing some business. Why don't you give me a?
Don't say another stealth check.
No, I'm not gonna make you make a stealth check. Tell me how this business you're doing with the robot Hulk could distract the Triad security chief who's coming down the stairs on the other end of the room.
How it could distract him?
Yeah.
Have I noticed that he's looking at me?
I'm kind of doing this out of your immediate notice, but you're doing some business for a purpose. How would that purpose help to disguise your exit for the moment?
Yikes, because the only thing I could think of is I could make this look like I'm about to set off another bomb. Maybe they'll perceive
So an
this thing
example
to
might
be like
be. So maybe you've done some business, and maybe you've propped up, like, describe again what you were doing to the robot, to the drone.
I was planting an image over all of its memory drives with like the face of like my picture that I took of myself in the bar with like the little text thing, just so that it would signify that I had been here and that.
So maybe it's
blah,
as
blah,
simple
blah.
as so you can roll your program roll.
Yep.
And he's gonna make his notice roll. And I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking?
You know, once you roll it, 12.
12.
He's got to make his roll. It's getting there. But yeah, so you set this up. And then just for good measure, you give the drone a good kick in its processor. And it sparks, and its head like goes and like blows off its head basically, and you sort of slip away, and the guy goes there and points at the drone that you just set up. There's people running around everywhere, so you're just another body that's running away. But he sees the big robot that's lying in the middle of the wreckage and points there, and you guys make your way out the back exit.
We
Yeah,
got
we
to
did
get
it.
somewhere far from here.
we get into our shitty van and drive away.
Yep. Fuck yeah. Get
So that-
going.
So I've got bad news. So there's no way that Inquisitor was out here alone.
Well, that's fine.
And-
Are you saying I gotta kill 2 more, Jimmy? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean,
You
I'll
get
kill
out the
a
back
fool.
door, and you see your vehicle there. It looks undamaged. You make your way towards it, and as you go towards the driver's side, Vestark Joshua steps off the hood and comes forward and says, "Excellent. You are wanted for questioning." And
Kill it too.
perhaps let's
but
Let's
before
pause
that,
there.
I think you're. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay.
should we pause there?
Yeah, that's the place to
Sure.
pause.
Sure.
I kill us all.
Oh my god.
I'm throwing spikes today,
All right.
boys.
I was gonna say we could be like,
We're gonna take
go
a
get him.
quick break here, guys, and find out how many more Inquisitors we gonna murder tonight. And yeah, so MVP Spike Thrower over here.
Mm-hmm.
MVP.
All right,
Spike VP.
be right back.